Hello friends, today we are going to see about a describe um, data flow in a data pipeline. How does the data will be used? Why we need data? There are so many fields are there related to data, like data engineering, data analyst, data scientist, big data. Like there are so many technologies and so many roles are there that are related to data. But why we need this data? And depending upon the data, there will be some process will be happen using the data. We today see about we can see about the overall data pipeline, like where it is come from and what why it was need by using that by using that what we should do to 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 answer the questions which are come across we can see in this video. This is the overall pipeline. Initially, why we need data? Every company, every software developer, every IT resources are mostly working on data. All 100% of IT companies are it can be a software engineer, it can be a data analyst, it can be a web developer, and we all are work together and working around the data, around the data. By using that, every company needs a data. Using the data only, they make a conclusion. But what conclusion they need? For example, a company is there. This company wants to grow their revenue, increase their revenue, but they did not know how to increase their revenue. They need to do some analysis using the data which they have. When, for example, let's take uh, yes, a company uh, that involves in market uh, in a share market. Uh, the shares are going low. So to increase its share high to a higher level, they need the previous data and they need to analyze the data. After analyzing that, they need to make a conclusion. Because of this, our growth is going downwards. So to overcome from this, we need to take some step. After taking that step, our company growth will be high. So they so how they take the step? They need to initially analyze data. Depending upon analysis, they will make some step and taken that step to increase its company revenue. So to analyze data, to make decision, they first collect the data from the customer, uh, For example, there is a Reliance supermarket. Customers are buying the product on daily basis, weekly basis, or monthly basis. They um, purchase the product, and if, after buying the product, a bill will be generated. This bill is the data. This every customer bill will stored in any of the any of the databases. First, after after a customer buying the product, a bill will be generated. And bill data uh, is sent to any of the databases, any of the databases to store it for further usage. Before it was stored in databases. So uh, first of all, the data is collected directly from directly um, from a website, or some billing data are stored in databases, so that we can take the bill data from the databases, or from real-time billing system, or from real-time applications. Some customers are buy the product using uh, some appliances, phone applications, like they can buy the product using Amazon. Um, that are the applications. So we get the data from real-time billing system, or from app store, or from databases. After collecting the data, after collecting the data, so the data are collected from various sources, various sources. That's normally called as heterogeneous sources, because the each source are in a different form. First, we need to know data source. Data source. We need to understand understand the data. Where does the data is coming from, and their format. First, identify 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 the data. The data can be a log file, or CSV file, or it can be a API call from one website, or it can be data stored in databases. So we need to identify the data source. After that, we need to identify data sources, and then we need to extract the data. Data extraction. Data extraction. To extract the data, first we need to we need to identify the data in a which format, because to extract the data there are so many methods out there. Depending upon the data format, the extraction method will be varied. For example, when a data is stored in database database by using SQL query, we can get the data. When the data is hosted on web 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 using web scrabbing, we can get the data. When the data is when the data is in real time applications in a real time data is in a real time billing in a real time billing system in a real time billing system. The data is get from by using API call by using API call. So data is extracted from various sources. To extract that, first we need to identify the data type. After identifying the data type, we need we need need a appropriate data extraction method. Using appropriate data extraction method, we will extract the data, and then after extracting the data, we need we need to do some ETL process. What is mean by ETL process? What is ETL? That means extraction, transformation, transformation, and loading. That means we extract the data from various sources and we need to do some transformation for the data and then load it in a database or a data warehouse or a big data table. So to do this, first we extract after extracting data, we need to do some data transformation. In this data transformation part only, in this data transformation part only, data transformation. In data transformation, there are various tools that can do ETL process. In this ETL process, we will do data transformation. In transformation, um, we apply some transformation technique. We apply some transformation technique like handling missing values, or sometimes we need to check whether the a specific column is in a correct format. If it is not, we need to transform the column into appropriate format, and uh, we need to check whether there is any duplicate values are there, or if the relevant data are there. All the things we need to do, all the things we need to do. The data transformation, we need to ensure that the data we we need to check data consistency, consistent consistency, whether the data is clean and whether the data is in a useful format, and and, and whether the data is in a normalized format. Like this, we need to ensure that whether the data is uh, are in a proper format. In this data transformation only we will do, and then and then and then we will move to, after doing data process, we store the data in a data warehouse, or it can be database. After storing the data in a database, in a database, in a data warehouse. In a data warehouse, the data are historically historically stored. Historically stored means the data are uh, data warehouse is I say huge storage when compared to databases. In databases, there is a limit. We cannot store uh, a huge number of data in it. But in database, we can store large amount of data. Like we can store the 10 years of data, and historically the data was stored. The data was present the 10 years of data, before 10 years of data, or before 9 years of data. Like that, we can store the data of a company historically, depending upon the time basis. After storing it, and we can we can extract the data. You can extract the data from data warehouse from a specific period or from a specific category. We can take the data and do some analysis. For analysis purpose, we can use there are so many analytical tools out there like Power BI, Looker, Tableau, and QuickSense. These are the analyzing tool. By after getting the data from the data warehouse, we will but the data in rows and the mostly data will be in a normal rows and column format. We cannot understand the data just that in uh, seeing that in a form of rows and columns. So we need to understand it. We transform the data into some charts. So we need to convert the data into charts. To do that, we need some analytical tools. So to create charts, to create chart we use Power BI and Tableau. Like these intelligence tools are business intelligence tools are useful for creating charts. Or otherwise, we can get the data and we can um, develop a ML model. The ML model will understand the overall data. After understanding the machine model will be understand the data and learn the pattern inside the data. After that, whenever we need we need to predict whether the what will be happen. Uh, then whenever we giving the input data, depending upon that, it will decide what will happen. They will be decide. After the after the analysis, by using machine learning models, we can make a decision, uh, make a decision, make a decision. Like this only overall the data pattern will be worked. But after storing the data, we will manage overall data flow and extract lot of data pattern. And regularly we review and update the data pipeline uh, to according changes in data sources as per the business logic and need to troubleshoot it. Monitor the monitor the we need to monitor the data that was in a real time, and we need to ensure that the data is scalable and data is stored in databases uh, in a form of scalability and the performance and whether the data are parallel in processing. Like that, we need to ensure this overall data pipeline is need for to make and made a decision. That was the need of the overall data. To make a decision, we need data. After getting the data, to make a decision from the data, we we take some several steps. After doing that, we will make some conclusions. This is the mystery behind the data. Thank you.